Ever feel like you're running on a treadmill, making a lot of effort but not really going anywhere? Sometimes the things holding us back aren't big obstacles, but rather the small, ingrained habits we've developed over time. And that got me thinking, what habit, if you could break it today, would have the biggest positive impact on your potential? Take a moment to really consider that. What's one thing you do regularly, almost automatically, that you know isn't serving you well? It could be anything, from constantly checking your phone to procrastinating on important tasks, from negative self-talk to staying up too late. It's fascinating how these habits become so deeply ingrained in our routines, isn't it? We often do them without even thinking, and yet they can have a significant cumulative effect on our lives, subtly shaping our days, our moods, and our overall progress. Now, the question isn't about identifying all the habits we might want to change eventually. It's about that one habit that, if you could just snap your fingers and eliminate it today, would feel like a massive weight lifted. What would that be for you? Now, let's explore some possibilities. What if you have a habit of constantly comparing yourself to others on social media? Imagine the mental space and emotional energy you'd free up if you could break that habit today. You might find yourself feeling more content, more focused on your own journey, and less caught up in the highlight reels of other people's lives. Or perhaps you have a habit of starting your day by immediately checking emails and news. What if you could break that habit and instead dedicate the first part of your day to something that truly nourishes you, like exercise, meditation, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of coffee? How might that shift the tone and productivity of your entire day? Maybe your habit is more about your internal dialogue. What if you have a tendency to be overly critical of yourself, to focus on your flaws and mistakes? Imagine the boost in confidence and self-esteem you'd experience if you could break that habit of negative self-talk and replace it with more compassionate and encouraging inner thoughts. It's interesting how even seemingly small habits can have such a profound impact. A habit of hitting the snooze button every morning might lead to feeling rushed and stressed throughout the day. A habit of snacking mindlessly while watching television might sabotage your health goals. A habit of avoiding difficult conversations might strain your relationships. The power of breaking a habit, even just one, lies in its potential to create a ripple effect. By changing one small behavior, you can often trigger a cascade of positive changes in other areas of your life. It's like pulling a single thread that unravels a whole knot of unproductive patterns. But breaking habits isn't always easy, is it? They're often tied to underlying needs or emotions, and they can provide a sense of comfort or familiarity, even if they're ultimately harmful. That's why the idea of breaking a habit today is so intriguing. It suggests an immediate shift, a conscious decision to step away from a pattern that's no longer serving us. What if we approach this question with a sense of curiosity and experimentation? What if we identified one habit we'd like to change and committed to consciously breaking it for just one day? What would we learn about ourselves in the process? What new possibilities might we discover? This isn't about self-criticism or feeling guilty about our habits, by the way. It's about empowering ourselves to make positive changes, to take control of our behaviors, and to unlock the potential that might be hidden beneath layers of ingrained routines. So I'm putting the question to you again. What habit would you break today to unlock your full potential? I'm genuinely curious to hear your answers. So what's that one thing you know deep down that if you could just let go of it, would make a real difference in your life? Share your thoughts with us in the comments on the podcast itself, on our website at EnglishPlusPodcast.com, or on our Patreon page. Let's inspire each other to make those positive changes. And my friends, if you enjoy these short episodes from English Plus, you will love our longer episodes, audio series, and courses on English Plus Podcast. So to find out our latest content, head over to EnglishPlusPodcast.com, and while at it, consider unlocking access to everything English Plus Podcast has to offer by subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Patreon. Thank you for listening. I will see you again soon with another intriguing short from English Plus Podcast.